Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one...
And a little bit of a fashion show taking place as the Bulls came down the top. And with, well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. Levine, it's hauled in by the Magic. Their last encounter was in Orlando. Oh, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Outside Gordon. Pass to Augustine. Kicks it to Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Augustine, no luck. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Carter on the wing. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
All right. Simply overpowers defenders when met with contact. I mean, Carter Jr.'s tough as nails.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Levine. Oh, the power on that Pruden.
You can see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
Got that bucket in no time at all. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Inside, and Markkanen throws it down.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Ennis dishes to Gordon. Back to Ennis. Stolen by Levine. Stolen by Gordon. Augustine looking around. Porter with a block.
Lockdown defense from Porter. He extends out beautifully to come up with these type of rejections.
And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ennis with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen. Right side Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Porter passes to Carter. Back to Porter. Takes it from 10. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The physicality Carter Jr. plays with is impressive. It's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
The first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
And the Bulls making a change here. Cornette's checked in. Williams against Satoransky. Cornette can't get it to go.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Carter Williams kicks to Bamba. Ross against Young. Ross passes to Birch. Back to Ross. The dish to Bamba. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. From 13, Satoransky gets the bucket.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. I mean, he's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Bamba, and it's good for two.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Satoransky, the pass to Cornette. Young, right side. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And the pass to Carter Williams. Back to Birch. Outside for Carter Williams. Pass to Fultz. Here's Birch. Good defensive work there by Young.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Rejected by Young. Ross against Dunn. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game. Shot from the inbound, and the shot goes in.
Look, Carter Williams is a fantastic feel for inside the paint. Defenders have a tough time dealing with his size.
Takes a three. Young's shot is off. Got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's been... Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
They've got Dunn. Young out there with Valentine. And it's Cornette in at the center. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question.
No good from Ross. The Bulls leading by 9. Now, here's Dunn. Young pass to Cornette. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender, long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
And Young slams it home.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
Fultz dishes to Bamba. Doesn't go for him. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Passes it to Harrison. To the inside. Rebound by the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Cornette passes to Dunn. He hangs. Pass to Cornette. Shoots over Bamba. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it, but for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans, but we also want to keep the integrity of the game, and if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
Levine passes to Cornette. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Cornette's got 4 points in the quarter.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Augustine passes to Ennis. Back to Augustine. Lets it go from deep. That one misses. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. There's the pass to Cornette. Kick out to Levine. Over to the left wing. White. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. In the teardrop, here's Gordon. That one doesn't go. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Levine for 3. Fournier pulls it down. The Magic trail by 11. Gordon finds Vucevic. Back to Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen. Porter's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And Satoransky subbed in for Levine. Fournier passes to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Outside, White. Pass to Porter. 1:02 left to play here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Carter.
With a good understanding of angles and positioning, Carter Jr. can do damage in the pick and roll.
Right side, Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. Back to Vucevic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The kick out to Porter. Pass to White. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 7.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quick.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Harrison's checked in for the Bulls. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis. Fultz is checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Carter, the pass to Hutchison. Back to Carter. Here's Harrison. Porter outside. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Chicago. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a nice 7-point lead. And that should...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You gotta like what Wendell Carter has done in this game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward.
It's not an easy finish for Porter. I mean, that'll get him pumped up. Always nice to score against that kind of physical team.
Here's Augustine. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
It's encouraging whenever Levine connects from mid-range. I mean, he's showing he wants to get better from it.
Outside Fournier. Back to Vucevic. He kicks it to Ennis. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. The 15-footer, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And it's 6 points for Zach LaVine.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
The shot's good.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Porter outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Gordon. Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Chicago.
LaVine kicks to White. Kick out to LaVine. Markkanen dishes to LaVine. From outside, off the mark. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. 17-point game. LaVine against Fournier. Back to Ennis. Pass to Vucevic. Gordon, the pass to Vucevic. Trains it from 9 feet away. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
White against Augustine. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And let's go now to the rookie watch. For the past month, these have been the most productive NBA rookie scorers. And you look at White, 2nd in the league, having an excellent season.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league. And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Dunn looking over the floor. And again, Chicago, no good. The Magic trail by 13. Carter Williams finds Bamba. Here's Birch. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Fultz. That shot misses. And it's Chicago the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. The pass to Young. Wants to get it to Dunn and does. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. Shot's good from Young. He has 6.
And there's been a drop-off in their defense since halftime. I mean, they don't nearly have the same energy they did in the first half.
Pass to Fultz. Birch kicks to Ross. Back to Birch. Passes to Fultz. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
16 seconds left to play in the third. It's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The shot's good on the assist by Sadaransky. And the Bulls lead by 15. Right side, Gordon. Drills the baseline jumper. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter. Valentine with it. And so it's the Chicago Bulls looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Young, Sadaransky there with Harrison. Then there's Valentine. And it's Hutchinson in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Gordon, count it. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on you.
Oh, see that? Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Sadaransky, the pass to Young. Fournier pulls it down. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Trailing by 13. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
From 11 feet away, Young on the follow. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Outside Fournier. Gordon finds Fournier. Shot clock at 6. Back to Gordon. And stolen by Valentine. Pass to Young. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down. He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
And here is Valentine. Back to Sadaransky. He dishes it to Young. That one good for 2. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
And Chicago has possession. Chicago leading by 17.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Bulls.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Thaddeus Young.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
From 18 feet away, another one falls for Chicago.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Here's Harrison. He's guarded by Ross. Satoransky, the pass to Valentine. It's stolen by Vucevic. Now here's Fultz. Trying his luck from deep. Satoransky grabs the miss. Here's Hutchison. And there's the pass to Satoransky. Inside. Deflects the pass. Ross with the steal. From deep. Off on that one. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about
A nighttime activity on Ocean Drive here in Miami. And David... Well, to talk about this, David, some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Take a look at the Heat, advantage in one series. And, of course, there's the Magic, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And right now for Miami, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, if they're a stock, I'm buying. They faced down every challenge in front of them this season and have turned into a team that has to be considered a major playoff threat.
A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Heat, Jones is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot.
And this is an element of Butler's game that is deadly. He's as consistent as it gets, rising up off the pass.
And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Here's Jones. After the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Pass to Robinson. Back to Jones. Takes the 13-footer. Nice touch on the bank shot. Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Ennis kicks to Vucevic. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Augustine. Dishes to Gordon. Here's Vucevic. That's tipped. They get it back. Augustine passes to Fournier. 5 on the clock. From the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And the Heat, another 3.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Throws it up high, and Adebayo throws it down.
How about the awareness there for Butler? The D goes to sleep, and Jimmy finds the wide open man.
They double him with Butler. Nunn passes to Robinson. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Nunn. Vucevic defending to the middle. The kick outside to Butler. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Here's Augustine, and the Magic can hold on to the ball. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year, not in any given game. So it's very, very,
no kidding,
very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, you know, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Jimmy Butler. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Hamid Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. Fultz, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Olynyk with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Crowder with the ball. Iguodala with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Crowder with the steal. Hero passes to Dragic. From deep. He can't hit that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Pass to Fultz. Carter Williams against Dragic, trying to end the drought. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Olynyk.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Magic shooting their first free throws here tonight. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Here are the Magic now after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Bamba kicks to Carter Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Olynyk.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Magic have shot 2 free throws and they're 1 of 2 so far. And he knocks down the first one. Carter Williams hits them both. And here's Iguodala outside. No good on the shot. For 3, Ross. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
And though he's always...
And so it's the Miami Heat going into the break with a 10-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been...
It's different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
They've got Dragic. Olynyk is out there with Myers Leonard. And there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And Ross with the slam.
Fultz is not just looking to score the ball. He also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
Back to Iguodala. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Olynyk dishes to Dragic. Orlando grabs the miss. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. No good from Ross.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now the pass to Iguodala. Shoots over Bamba. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I'll do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Well, he's a guy to count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Well, Heat leading by 6. Leonard finds Iguodala. Over Bamba. The offensive rebound. Pass to Silva. Iguodala outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Dragic. Birch grabs the board.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And Miami shooting 43% for the game. Here's Butler. Here's Adebayo. And they pick up 2. Adebayo's got 6 points.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Passes it to Gordon. Here's Ennis. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Butler. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Orlando has possession. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Gordon.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Hero. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Fournier. Rejected by Crowder. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 56 seconds left now here in the second. Butler on the wing. Pass to Crowder. And that one is off. So Orlando will take it the other way. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Pass to Ennis. The 3. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Miami leading by 8. Here's Adebayo. Crowder kicks to Butler. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Butler's got 11 points.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Here's Hero. No good from outside. And the first half is now in the books. Heat out front. They're up by 11. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. Their biggest lead of the opening period during...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And so in the game for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Ennis in at the small forward.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Dragic, the pass to Olynyk. Outside, Robinson sinks the three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 12. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
And it's Gordon missing. The Heat leading by 12. Robinson dishes to Hill. From deep three-point range, Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ennis kicks to Vucevic. Fournier against Dragic. With the shot. The Magic again can't hit. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the wing on the left. Down low. Here's Leonard. Count that one. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for Miami.
And still trying to polish this side of his game up. Leonard looking very comfortable on that move.
Outside Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Hill. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Ennis kicks to Augustine. Left side Gordon. Once again off the mark Orlando. Miami leading by 14. Here's Hill. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most. And their challenge is, we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 3 things are pretty impactful.
Well said. Bamba passes to Ross. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Heroes checked in for Robinson. And the Magic making a change here as well. Fournier is checked in.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Ross for 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. 5th, Nikola Vucevic.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Here's Nunn. They get it back. Stolen by Gordon. Ross kicks to Fournier. There's the pass to Vucevic. Ross dishes to Gordon. Misses from close range.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And Miami making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Fires it up. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Heat lead by 17.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Pass to Nunn. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Fournier. The long distance 3 is buried. Hero's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the 3-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Fournier gets a wide open look. Passes it to Fultz. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Connects from 3-point range.
And love the mindset of Fultz. If he has daylight to shoot from the perimeter, he shoots with confidence.
Here's Hero. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Miami Heat riding a 15-point. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Heat, Iguodala out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point guard.
And how about the vision of Fultz there? He's skilled at getting his teammates going with his passing.
Here's Adebayo. Buries it down low.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Ross passes to Vucevic. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W. Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pass to Nunn. Here's Hero, guarded by Fultz. Hero passes to Crowder. 14 feet away. Hero, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really hard.
And the basket is good. 6 points for Terrence Ross.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. Here's Nunn, guarded by Fultz. Crowder against Ross. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Heat lead by 15.
And here in the second half, their production on the offensive glass has slipped. I mean, they had the lead, but that has been an issue.
Vucevic trying to get open. Fournier's shot is off.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
The pass to Iguodala. Over Ross. Orlando grabs the miss. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. It's tipped. Outside Gordon. Back to Ross. Kicks it to Fultz. Pass to Ross. 4 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Hero. He's guarded by Fournier. And Adebayo throws it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Passes it to Hero. On the wing, it's Iguodala. The 3. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And Gordon over to help. Iguodala with it, and it's Gordon picking him up.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Heat.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. There's the lob to the hoop, and Adebayo throws it down.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Ross with a wide open look, and Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Kept alive. Here's Nunn. Fires the 3. Shot's good by Iguodala.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
To the paint. Here's Crowder, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket. That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
Game time, hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, your team crowd me to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a play to revive, let's kill a shot pressing. Next say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post.
Welcome to 2K Sports. And let's go straight over to the...
Well, Kevin Love has
great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Look at Orlando. They're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And checking out Cleveland, they're much further down in the standings right now.
And right now for the Magic, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. And for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Osman kicks to Sexton. Back to Osman. Clock at 4. Garland the pass to Osman. Here's Sexton. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Both these teams' doors relying tonight on the execution in their half-court game.
A little bit of a throwback, sort of an old-fashioned approach tonight. Don't worry, we're going to have plenty of highlights. It is the NBA. We know there are great players on both sides of the ball camp, but how about this ability to execute under duress of a 24-second shot clock? It's going to be really interesting to watch.
Back to Gordon. Here is Augustine. His last outing, 16 points for him. Back to Gordon. Fournier in the corner. Vucevic trying to get open. Fournier's shot is off. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Here's Sexton. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, he's already a good shooter from distance now, and Colin Sexton, a ton of confidence when he starts to stroke that thing.
And stolen by Drummond. Here's Osman. Got a piece of it. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The pass to Drummond. Kicks to Love. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
If you don't keep Aaron Gordon out of the paint, it's going to be a long night. How easy is that?
Garland the pass to Osman. Now Garland. Offline with his three.
And you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring. But through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Here's Sexton. The Magic getting the bucket. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Here's Windler. Here's Thompson. Bamba with the block.
I'll tell you, the kind of lockdown defender Mo Bamba can be. Send it back, young man.
Birch kicks to Fournier. Passes it to Bamba. Orlando moving the ball around. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Fournier. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Pass to Bamba. Up top, Carter Williams. 5 to shoot. Here's Ross. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
When the mid-range is working for Terrence Ross, he's going to create problems. It's just a matter of can he do it consistently, Kev.
Here's Windler. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Nance outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
What you respect about Larry Nance Jr. is his work ethic. This guy wants to keep getting better. He adds more and more elements to his game. He is such a fun player to watch.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Magic have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And the shot is good.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be. And Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Garland, the pass to Windler. On the wing, Thompson. Left side, Nance. Back to Thompson. Bamba with the block. They recover it. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Magic. They're up by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Cleveland. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
On the court for Orlando, they've got Carter Williams. Also, Markelle Fultz out there. Terrence Ross is out there with Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4. Now, here's Garland. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 4 on the clock. Porter kicks to Garland. Good on the triple.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Ross passes to Bamba. Yep, that one goes. Bamba's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets. Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge spear of influence.
Here is Ross. Larry Nance making his last shot. Fultz dishes to Bamba. He kicks to Carter Williams. That shot, no good. Nance with some nice D. But you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. James Ennis, he'll check in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. Here's Osman. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Love can't hit.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. Augustine against Love. And Augustine kicks to Ennis. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Ennis has got his second basket of the night.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Love so crafty near the rim, getting his man to get physical with him. Just a master of drawing contact.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Here's Osman. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Love the pass to Drummond. Over Ennis, and there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Love. And it's 6 points for Drummond.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Again, the Cavaliers score. Magic have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Gordon finds Fournier. Back to Gordon. At the elbow, Vucevic. And stolen by Drummond. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Porter's running.
Well, Kevin Love just has a great feel for the game. He has a strong understanding of their offense, and he's a very willing passer. That's why you see what you see there.
And the basket by Gordon.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Sexton dishes to Porter. Love outside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Sexton kicks to Osman. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Porter. Orlando grabs the miss. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Fournier passes to Vucevic. And stolen by Drummond. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Love dishes to Drummond. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Ennis passes to Vucevic. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Cleveland. Orlando shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Magic. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They were able to squeeze ahead. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's the group for John Beilein as we begin the second half. Magic shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Now here's Drummond. 8 points for him. And the pass to Garland. To the middle. Here's Love. He feeds it to Drummond, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Orlando.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. The Magic getting the bucket. Passes to Osman. 6 on the shot clock. Garland with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Ken Burge is checked in for the Magic. Orlando leading. Now Augustine. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Fournier finds Gordon. Augustine with it. Fires for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Augustine's got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Pass to Garland. Inside, Love, and the layup's good off the glass. Love's got 5.
Well, you like to see Kevin Love operate from there. Yes, he can shoot the 3, but he's also a dangerous interior scorer. Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Volts kicks to Birch. Shot clock at 5. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. Makes it off the glass. Augustine's got 5 points now this quarter. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doors changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
For the tie, there's Garland. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Garland's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. Down low, here's Gordon, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Sexton kicks to Garland. Pass to Windler. Drummond in the post. To the left side wing. Sexton finds Drummond. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Over Fultz. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Boy, isn't Kevin crafty with the pump fake, knows how to work his way to the free throw line.
For the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Colin Sexton. And Porter subbed in for Garland. Orlando also making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Ken Birch. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The pass to Porter. Now the dish to Nance. Bamba against Thompson. Love. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Love's got 9 points.
There's a certain rhythm and pace to the way Kevin Love plays the game. He knows when to spot up off the pass.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
The shot's good from Nance.
Boy, if you let Larry Nance Jr. carve out that kind of space, turn the lights out.
Orlando, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cavaliers. A 2-point game. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for him. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Nance kicks to Love. Back to Nance. Over Gordon. Rebound by the Magic. And here we go with the Magic fast break. And again, it's Orlando with the 3. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's the Magic. They lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Orlando, Bolts and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Vucevic is out there with Bamba, and it's Ennis in at the small forward. Now here's Porter. Passes it to Osman. Shot clock at 3. From 13. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Windler's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Cavs.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Thompson following the score by Aaron Gordon. Thompson finds Nance. No good that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. Ennis passes to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. So both teams making some changes here. Magic leading by 5. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I got a chance to hear what John Beilein told his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Fournier is checked in for Terrence Ross.
Into the lineup for the Magic.
Cavaliers on D. They trail by 7, and he gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Stolen by Gordon. Pass to Ennis. Back to Vucevic. To the inside. Gordon hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And now an 11-point Magic lead. Thompson inside, defended by Gordon. And that one's good. Osman. Osman's got his first 3 points of the game.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Inside, here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Stolen away. Feeds it to Drummond. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First free throw is good. Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. And both free throws good for Drummond.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. Augustine from outside. That shot no good. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Out to the wing. Here's the 3. And it's Osman missing. Orlando's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50%. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. And it's Drummond with the jam.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
On the wing, Gordon. He's guarded by Love. Augustine passes to Gordon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And this to me is where Aaron Gordon can excel. This guy embraces contact on the way up.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place. Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
How does Kevin Love slip away from the defense, comes up with a gigantic fourth-quarter score?
Hits out that one from Ennis.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And he comes up with the deuce.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Here's Osman. He's guarded by Fournier. Love kicks to Sexton. Pass to Osman. Now Garland, just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. It's good. And now they trail by just 4. So it's Orlando now, down low. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, this game separates the men from the boys. Aaron Gordon, big-time delivery.
Garland dishes to Love. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And he drops it in from the low post. And now it's an 8-point Orlando lead.
Boy, how about the tenacity of Aaron Gordon? So good at being assertive and taking over the offense when necessary.
Here's Love. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you...
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you.
Coming right up, the Bulls taking on the Magic. For the Bulls, losing 7 out of their last 10 games has left. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. Well, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys started to get nights off.
To the middle. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Over Carter. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Bulls. Here's Levine. Carter. The shot that time not on target. So Orlando will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Sky high. One of his advantages as an undersized forward.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's White. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Out to the right wing. Ennis kicks to Augustine. The pass to Fournier. Dishes to Vucevic. Back to Fournier. The 19-footer is on the money.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
The Bulls have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Levine wide open. Off target with his 3.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Here's Augustine, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Levine, there we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. He can't get that one. Porter with the steal. Markkanen with it. Defended now by Fournier. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
From past the arc, White, good. White's got 5 points so far.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
On the wing, Porter nails the wide open jump shot.
I like this strategy, getting Porter into the catch and shoot situation, giving him a chance to make a play.
And And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Here's Gordon. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. .51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Three-pointer. And it's White missing. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And Levine with the slam.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. That's good from Augustine. The assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing here by 8. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Carter right side. Back to White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Markkanen can't get it to go. Outside Fournier. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Aaron Gordon making... James Ennis played in Australia, Puerto Rico, the G League. He talked to...
This would be a rotation player.
And with the importance of the 3-ball nowadays, Greg, a great goal for Ennis.
He possesses length and athleticism on the wing, and if he can reliably knock down the triple, he's a consistent rotation player in this league.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Young. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Dunn, and it's Cornette in at the center position.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
Bulls trail by 7. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Dunn with it. Now defended by Carter Williams, and he makes that one.
Great change of direction. He showed the defense that he was taking the look and instead found his teammate for an even better one.
Ross kicks to Fultz. Back to Ross. To the left wing. Pass to Bamba. Over to the left wing. To the paint. Now here's Ross. Just 4 to shoot. Carter Williams, the pass to Bamba. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
You like the extra pass. MCW using his height to see over the defense, and he finds the open man.
Here's Hutchison. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Magic leading by 7. Deep 2 from Ross. It's hauled in by Cornette.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. Fultz the pass to Birch. Here's Bamba. Hits it from 3-point range. Bamba's got the lead up to 10 now for the Magic.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Young outside, fires the 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Ross kicks to Birch. Fultz dishes to Ross. Fultz, no good. Bulls trail by 7. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Satoransky finds Young. Shot, high post. They grab their own miss.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Three-pointer. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Bamba with it, well guarded by Dunn, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Now that was a miscue, but I like the poise they played with so far, valuing each possession.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. Evan Fournier's checked in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. Magic leading by 4. Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. From deep. And no good that time.
He can hit it from deep, but needs a little more room to operate, and the defense wouldn't give it to him.
White the pass to Harrison. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Down low, shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here comes White, leading the fast break. He kicks it to Valentine. Over Ross. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Ross has got his first basket of the night. From deep three-point range, he doesn't hit that one. No good there. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. What a start it was for Aaron Gordon. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1. And that does it for our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. Porter kicks to White. Markkanen from outside. It's good from long range. So, Smitty, if we take James Harden out of the equation, who has the best step-back jumper in the NBA right now?
You know, there's a few guys. Damian Lillard has an unbelievable step-back. Steph Curry, Bradley Beal creates a lot of space on his step-back jumper.
Vucevic the pass to Fournier. Augustine dishes to Fournier. He feeds it to Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Shot from the top of the key. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got his second bucket of the night.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Here's White. Kicks to Markkanen. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Another place where Markkanen's size really comes into play. He can shoot over anyone from mid-range.
Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And Levine, here we go. And then Levine with the jam.
You see the acceleration of Levine on the dribble drive. That's hard to contain.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh my. I mean, that nearly brought the backboard down with that slam.
Well, don't you think, Ray, that's always a possibility when he's the one to finish?
No doubt.
Fellas, that was ruthless. He threw it down with some authority.
Porter finds Markkanen. It's stolen by Ennis. Fournier against Levine. Left side, Gordon. Three-pointer, Augustine. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's White, and White slams it in.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet he'll find an open band.
And with Otto Porter, the skills are always apparent with his play. And it's you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at his best.
Fultz, he's checked in for Augustine. Chicago also making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen, and it's done in for White. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They've led by as much as 10. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Young.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
And Vucevic throws it down.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
1:16 left in the third. Levine looking around. Vucevic with the block. 3-on-3 on the sideline. Let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Dunn shot's good.
Challenging the heart of the defense. Dunn will break you down if you don't stay connected to him.
34 seconds left to play in the third. Ennis kicks to Fultz. Back to Ennis. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Young. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call. And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. We come back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So for Chicago right now, Harrison out there with Satoransky. Then there's Valentine. Then it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 4-man position. Bamba. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Carter Williams, and stolen by Valentine. To take the lead, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
P.J. Augustine's checked in for the Magic. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chicago.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line. Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Harrison passes to Hutchison. Pass to Satoransky. Hands it from downtown. Satoransky's got the lead up to 4 now for Chicago.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Well, you know that Ross can throw it down. Nice one right there.
Chicago's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And here is Valentine. And the pass to Satoransky. Clock at 6. Over Ross. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And it's James Ennison for Fultz. Valentine with it. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in this game. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Bulls making a switch here. White's checked in. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Passes it to Ennis. Back to Gordon. Stolen by Markkanen. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Ahead. And here's Valentine for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Gordon, the pass to Vucevic. Now Ennis. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Ross kicks to Ennis. Just 5 on the clock. Left side, Gordon. Here's Vucevic. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. The lead is 2. White the pass to Markkanen. It's stolen by Ennis. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Valentine. Pass to Ennis. Gordon inside. Here's Augustine, and he hits it to tie the game up.
Rising to the occasion. He found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
Here's White. Drops it in from 14 feet away. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level. Certainly, that's for White.
To the inside. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Ennis. Gordon's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
White dishes to Valentine. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here is Chicago. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. The score knotted at 54. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Porter's checked in for Valentine, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Harrison. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Jim Boylan's huddle. The said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Outside, White. Outside, Levine. Shoots over Fournier. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Big-time bucket there.
And guys, you don't have to tell these fans how important that shot was.
Levine against Fournier. Now Levine. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Woo-wee. If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
Gordon kicks to Ennis. Back to Gordon. Can't cash in. For three, Levine buries the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K all the time.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll be...
DA, it's great DA, thanks. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. The kick outside to Butler from deep. No good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet, he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations and in space. To Vucevic's credit, he's worked hard at becoming better, trying to be a better rim protector and recognize where he needs to be early on with anticipation. So he's making progress, but it's a blend in my mind.
And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Ennis taking his time here. Three-pointer Augustine. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And out of bounds is the Magic will gain possession. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Outside Butler. Adebayo down low. Vucevic defending. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the deep.
5 to shoot. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And stolen by Gordon. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Butler feeling it out a bit to the left side wing. Here's Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Vucevic.
And that's really just smart basketball. You send a poor foul shooter to the line.
Yeah, and he was on his way to sending that one down, so the play is definitely to foul right there, which he did.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can't, I think that's a good point.
Floats it up for Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
And all you have to do is throw the ball in Butler's direction, and he'll handle the rest for you, believe me. Fantastic at finishing on the alley-oops.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Jones finds Robinson. The three-pointer, no good. Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the wing right side. Ennis passes to Augustine. Outside Fournier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Bulls. The kick outside to Butler. There's the pass to Jones. Back to Butler. Adebayo passes to Robinson. No problems knocking that one down. 1:03 left here in the opening quarter. Jones against Gordon. Back to Ennis. Miami grabs the miss.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
They get the rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Olynyk with the steal. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. Dragic the pass to Hero. Back to Dragic. And here's Iguodala outside. And Bamba pulls it down. He kicks it to Ross. Here's Fultz. Knocks down the three ball.
Man, I like the quick catch and release from Fultz. A confident shooter who's ready to fire as soon as he catches it.
It's all tied in Orlando. Let's take a quick break now. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a friend.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call me.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there, we've got Kelly Olynyk, Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Iguodala, and at the small forward. Now, here's Olynyk. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington. 6'4". Clark, do you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
Here's Iguodala. The Magic hitting the bucket. They need this. Orlando grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. From downtown, and Bamba pulls it down. Bamba Bamba's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Ross kicks to Carter Williams. Back to Ross. Shoots over Crowder. The Magic getting another chance here. Another shot over to the wing. Fultz the pass to Bamba. Clock at 4. For 3, Ross. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot blocking teams. 4th, the Magic.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Gordon's checked in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Fultz.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Here's Crowder following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Crowder, the pass to Silver. Back to Crowder. No good that time. And Orlando will come the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now, here's Bamba. And now it's Ross running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break. And now a 12-point Orlando lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Hero. And again, it's the Heat missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And the shot goes in.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 17-5 run here. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 3 assists in the game. The kick out to Dragic. No good on the triple. Magic leading by 14. Fournier finds Bamba. Back to Fournier. Passes it to Carter Williams. To the middle. And the dunk by Bamba.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Dragic the pass to Leonard. Here's Hero. Offline with his 3. Here's Carter Williams. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So as we conclude the first half, thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Nothing seemed to give way on either. And that'll do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Now here's Jones. To the wing on the left. Inside. It's stolen by Ennis. And now Orlando on the break. Augustine from outside. Connects from three-point range. Augustine's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Magic. The Heat trail by 19. Robinson passes to Nunn. Outside, Jones. It's Adebayo, top of the key. And Adebayo throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Gordon, yes, that goes in. Gordon's got 10 points. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Orlando with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Tries it from the top of the key. They get it again. Bamba passes to Gordon. Pass to Bamba. Back to Fournier. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Augustine from outside. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Now, here's Adebayo. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Back to Jones. Stolen by Bamba. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Gordon's running. Augustine passes to Bamba. Augustine finds Bamba. Back to Augustine. Launches it. Goes back up. Pass to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And there's the pass to Ennis. Now Augustine. Over Adebayo. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't think you're going to get a better look than that, and it's Butler who makes it possible with an excellent feed.
Heat on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Right wing. This one for three. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got 11 rebounds in the game. Left side, Gordon. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Back to Bamba. There's the dish to Fournier. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Both teams will make substitutions. A three off the inbound. He can't get that one to fall. Outside Leonard. Olynyk. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
And so Olynyk nails both of them.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
And so it's the Orlando Magic bringing the quarter to a... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Olynyk is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the small forward position. Shot clock at 6. Fultz the pass to Ross. And it's off from three-point range.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And it's Iguodala missing.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
To the inside, Olynyk with the steal. Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
The Heat making a switch here. Heroes check in. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. And it's 6 points for Leonard.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision. Has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
They get it back, and the basket by Olynyk.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Timeout called, the Heat. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. For the Magic, Aaron Gordon comes in for Cam Birch, and it's Ennis in for Augustine. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Nunn passes to Jones. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
Jones finds Robinson. Outside Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff.
Guys, some pride bubbling up right there. He wasn't about to be outshone.
None passes to Adebayo. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Passes to Ross. He dishes it to Gordon. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. And Orlando making a change here. Augustine's checked in. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Vucevic the pass to Gordon. And the layup is good. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, Vucevic so solid in all fundamentals of the game, and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
Here's none. Robinson for three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Ross with it from deep three-point range. Vucevic, and it's put back in by Vucevic. And it's a 10-point Magic lead.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
To the paint. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Here's Gordon. Over Jones. And it's Gordon missing. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Robinson misses. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. There's the feed to Ennis. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Ennis kicks to Gordon. Pass to Vucevic. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big one. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Here, as we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Magic. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, the Cavaliers. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Cavaliers, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. It's pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Got a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. We play just over a minute here in the first. On deep. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy, burning all the MVP votes.
We wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
That shot misses. Osman, the pass to Love. Back to Osman. That falls. Great assist by Love.
Love has a knack for recognizing when a teammate's going to break wide open.
And Vucevic kicks to Gordon. Now, here's Garland. Headed by Augustine.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Cam Birch is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for James Ennis. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Now here's Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Carter-Williams kicks to Ross. From outside the arc. Another miss by Orlando.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
The Magic trail by 6. Out left to the wing. Fultz the pass to Birch. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
Vucevic against Drummond. Pass to Windler. Now here's Garland. Ross grabs the board. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Birch kicks to Vucevic. There's the triple. A shot off that time. Here's Windler. Count it. Here's Carter-Williams, and that one released in time, but no good. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Cleveland ahead, up by 6. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Magic, Markelle Fultz out there with Carter-Williams. And there's Mohamed Bamba. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4-man position.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle. They are just killing them on the interior.
Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. It's stolen by Fultz. Bamba with it, picked up by Thompson. Down low. Birch the pass to Bamba. Here's Ross. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
one of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Windler. He's guarded by Ross. Windler, the pass to Nance. Off on the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The shot by Birch, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Here's Windler. Banked in off the glass. Windler's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Passes it to Fultz. Trying to find Bamba. He gets it to him. Here's Ross. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Nance. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Good job by Nance, who uses the ball fake and tries to stay patient with that possession.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Gordon's checked in for Ken Birch. James Ennis comes in for Ross. Evan Fournier's checked in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Here's Osman after the Magic pick up 2.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Left block shot on the way. Good on the jump shot. Osman's got his second basket of the game. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 9-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Andre Drummond's checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Fournier. Porter, no luck. And stolen by Drummond. The pass to Sexton. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Up against Vucevic. Shoots over Vucevic. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. To the paint. Here's Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gordon's got 4 this quarter.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Sexton. No good on the last second attempt there. And we finished one half of basketball. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. It was Andre Drummond who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. And that's a wrap.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And this is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. Now here's Drummond. Shoots over Vucevic. And it's Drummond missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Osman. Drummond dishes to Love. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Magic trail by 5. Gordon finds Fournier. Inside. Here's Vucevic, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Ross, he's checked in for the Magic. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. It's going to be Sexton shooting. That's on Evan Fournier. Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Markelle Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. Yes. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up is also opening up.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Fultz kicks to Ross. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Magic making a switch here. Birch is checked in. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Sexton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Sexton looking confident, tried to find a gap, made his way in there and got fouled.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
Porter's checked in for Garland.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Windler. Cleveland moving it around. Porter finds Sexton. And here's Nance. Back to Thompson. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. Fourth, the Magic.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Vucevic checked in for Ken Birch. Guys, this offense very effective.
And, guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And, guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And stolen by Gordon. And there's the feed to Ross. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The Magic have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. Ennis, he's checked in for the Magic. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Thompson with the bucket.
Tristan Thompson not wasting any time having the ball in that situation to get two.
Gordon, the pass to Ross. The dish to Ennis. He kicks to Fultz. Here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Fultz. Sexton dishes to Thompson. Passes to Drummond. Over Gordon, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Sinks that one from the post. Drummond's got 14 points for the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Another miss by Orlando.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Tipped away. Sexton the pass to Drummond. Now here's Porter. Defense is right there. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. Thompson. And Cleveland making a change here. Love's checked in. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. They trail by 1. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Porter against Ross. Porter kicks to Love. Now the pass to Drummond. Back to Love. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Augustine from outside drains it from beyond the arc. Augustine's got the lead up to 4 now for Orlando. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Orlando out in front, up 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Drummond. Love. Great positioning on the putback.
Kevin Love all about positioning in there, battling and finding some space, keeping the play alive with that kind of activity.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Here's Drummond. The 9-footer's on the mark.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Love the pass to Osman. Back to Love. Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Augustine. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Garland. Garland's got assist number 5 here tonight. Pass to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And stolen by Gordon. And here comes Augustine, late in the fast break. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Outside Fournier. Feeds to Vucevic. And it's sent back by Drummond. And they'll keep possession. Just 2 to shoot. Three-pointer Augustine. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Porter in the corner. Back to Love. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Fournier. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Kevin Love.
Well, using some of that size and strength inside to gain advantage was Kevin Love that time.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Both free throws good from Kevin Love.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead. That's why Kevin Love with the ball right now is not a bad option.
Now, here's Sexton. Defense right on him. It's stolen by Vucevic. Gordon dishes to Vucevic. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the... And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I got a chance to hear what John Beilein told his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter, and Cleveland turns it over again. There's 1:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Augustine from outside drains the three-pointer. Augustine's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Magic.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
And Drummond kicks to Love. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Ennis. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Magic.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Aaron Gordon.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Magic moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lob pass to Gordon and stolen by Drummond.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Puts it up. Here's Gordon. Back to Vucevic. Another shot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. So the Magic win it. A confident win and one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's